welcome back, and finally, welcome to the finale podcast of Drama and Theater in Education. For those who don't know, my name is Matthew Tomorrow, and this is the final installment of what was a weekly reflective series for a class that I was partaking in at Brock University called DART 2P21, I think, Drama and Education. Taught by the incredible Kevin Hobbs. Sir, thank you so much. I didn't really get a chance to say thank you for everything, but thank you so much for everything. Your teaching style, your inspiration, your passion, it came through every class, and truly it made school fun. And for a disabled student who's been struggling with their life recently, looking forward to going to class and leaving class happy was always such a plus, and was never a question for this class because it happened every time. So I'm so grateful. Thank you, Kevin. Today, for our final installment, we're going to talk about the importance of getting on your feet and creating yourself original content. This class, we did our final presentations. And we had two separate groups, about 6 people each, and each group taught a lesson for 90 minutes for each group. And they had to pick a subject, a grade, what they're focusing on in that subject, how does it relate to the curriculum, how can we get it up on our feet, how can we apply drama to that subject. And each group did their own thing. My group did grade 9 English, and the other group did grade 4 science. And what I can say is, for both groups, you could see how the importance of getting up on your feet for not only games, but for devising activity, for skits, for showing development, for asking questions, just getting on your feet and creating the content and asking your students to create the content, to see what preconceived notions they have to the subject, see how they relate to the subject, see what conclusions they're drawing from the subject, is such a handy tool that teachers use that I picked up on in this class. What did you glean from it? Trying to make it personalized reflection of creative and original ideas and content. There's nowhere to steal from. There's nothing that you can do to try and prepare yourself. It's just, how did you feel? Why did this make you feel that way? Why is that important? These are really, really important questions that have to be applied and asked in the classroom, and that haven't been applied in the classroom in certain classes. And I think that getting to see students get up and interact with one another and talk with one another about the importance of subjects as big as these really showed how we can apply reflection skills, improv skills, drama skills anywhere in life, and how we should apply them into many aspects of life, because it works. It gets people thinking, it gets people reflecting, it gets students critically thinking, and it gets the creative juices running, and that's really important. I think getting to watch the other group do theirs for a different age basis was really interesting. Seeing how we change based off of our audience and seeing how we adapt to our audience in the way we speak, in the work that we provide, in the reflections that we ask them to complete. It's very different from older groups. Another thing that I think caught everyone a little bit off guard was that we had to shrink our lesson plans down by a few minutes. And while some people were thrown off by that, I think that was really good. I think that was a really interesting tactic to throw the teachers off their game. And Kevin, I'm not saying that you did this on purpose or anything like that. It's just, I think that it's a really interesting tactic to throw the teachers off their game to see how they adapt. Because so much about being a teacher is adapting to your lesson plan, adapting to your kids' interests and dislikes, adapting to how much time you have, adapting to outside scenarios. A teacher has to be on their feet. That is why it is important to not Only stick to a concrete lesson plan, because you're going to make changes. You're going to have to make changes, and that's okay. And I thought that throwing in this different time crunch did a really interesting job at showing the collaboration between teammates and being like, okay, we got to shave stuff. We prepared for this. Let's adapt. What can we focus more on? What can we maybe focus a little less on? How can we do this as a group and make this work? And adding that extra little bit of stress did a really good job at motivating some students. However, it also stressed out other students and made them a little bit more, not violent, but a little emotional, should say. So, people handle stress in different ways. I think that this was a good activity to show how there's a right way to handle stress and a wrong way to handle stress, just personally. You can adapt with it and go with the flow, or let it kind of upset you and get stuck in it for a moment and then start to make choices. One of them is just more efficient than the other. And I think that it's important to show how the lesson plan didn't go exactly as we thought it was going to go, but that's okay. In fact, that's good, because when you write something on paper, that doesn't mean that it's going to just transmute to in person. And physically seeing that is, I think, important for students who want to become teachers, because it never goes your way all the time. And it's important. One of the most important skills of a teacher is being able to think on your feet. And I think that we saw both groups today do a really good job at thinking on their feet and adapting with their students and working with their students' needs. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it, because I think that really sums up my thoughts on today. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in for this for these past 12 weeks. I've really enjoyed getting to read all your comments and see your thoughts and hear your thoughts, and I'm really grateful. So thank you so much. You're free to rewatch them as much as you like. I'm not going to be making new ones, I've decided, because it wouldn't feel right without Kevin and his material to work off of. So thank you so much to my lovely audience, and most importantly, thank you so much to my lovely teacher, Kevin, for providing the perfect class, in my opinion. So thank you, everyone, so much. This is my final podcast. I hope you all have a great summer. Bye.